Now
Ah,
what?
They like to make it interesting.
Interesting
they?
is a word. Is a word. A word that you could.
oh my God.
use.
Oh my
Can you
God.
hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We are recording right now, by the way.
Oh, shit.
It's okay. We're here now. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
We
Wait a second.
Okay. What do you mean, wait a second? Get your Weeno.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Veronica will be right back. Go and take a breath here
It sounds like we did like
and
Tybo.
settle down.
I have to record like the post-game stuff that's going
Yes,
on
you
right
do.
Because I
Sweet.
want to gloat and like bathe myself in it later.
I'm so glad Monday is a holiday for us Americans.
Yes.
Literally, I was screaming, and then the girl asked me to pick up a shift for her on Monday, and I was like, "I'll have to let you know tonight," because I had to see.
Good
I'm like,
day.
yeah, and I'm like typing out like, "I cannot work for you on Monday. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, that's it. Too bad there.
So Max, my son Max, who has been
Did you feed him today?
Yes.
Did he read a book today?
I fed my children today. They've been fed.
Did you homeschool Max today? Did you? Okay.
So
Maximilian, what do you say?
He's been avoiding watching the games with me because he thinks he's bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came down for the overtime and he said, Mom, I'm here for you. I'm with you.
Oh.
And then Kotkaniemi scored, who happens to basically be just a few months older than my Max. And so I was telling him, Max, it was you. And Lucky started freaking out. She's like, oh my God, like,
are we going outside?
Like, she immediately starts to defend me because I'm the king dog in this house. But yeah, it was funny. There was lots of barking, lots of jumping, lots of hugging.
Jesus.
One of my friends, so one of my oldest internet friends, like we have been friends since like the heydays of Tumblr, back before Twitter got
Oh
to be a big
shit.
thing. Yeah.
That's a long friendship.
We have never met in person.
Uh-huh.
But his name is Hector. He lives in California. He's a Sharks fan, but whenever the Sharks are eliminated from playoffs, he always roots for the Habs. He just has always liked the Habs. And he said literally he was doing something else. He came and turned on the overtime for the Habs game, and 10 seconds later they scored.
Incroyable. So another fun fact about that goal, it was scored at 15:15 of overtime.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. Yes. Woo!
Incroyable. So let's talk about the game. Habs win it. We're going to game 7. Overtime 3-2. A scoreless first period. A scoreless second period.
Jesus Christ.
Habs came out of the gate looking pretty good. Good pace to the game from both ends there. Oh my God. No. They had like 10 shots on goal in the first 10 minutes of the game. And they're like, oh shit. The A team came back. Thank God.
Steve, you're composing a voice tweet on my Twitter.
Am I?
Sorry.
What are you talking about?
No, on her phone.
Oh, okay. I get it. So
sorry.
that happened. And then things kind of coalesced into just a swamp of hockey, like good hockey, like if this was a swamp you want to go to. It was quite a game, quite a game.
An intense game.
It was it wasn't until the Habs finally got themselves onto the power play. What was the call?
Was that the slashing off?
What was the call?
Like,
I don't recall the call.
I don't recall the call.
Weber was.
I know that the 5-on-3 was over the glass for Marner.
Yeah, that's the only one I remember that, because it is the best penalty in hockey.
Yeah.
It's my favorite penalty.
A number of them.
Because it is so clear.
I can find my wine glass.
They never miss a puck over the glass penalty. And that's why it's my favorite. Either way, penalty happens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Shot on net. Scramble. And my God, Corey Perry buries it in the ensuing kerfluffle. There was that. And then what happened is that Sheldon Keefe said, goaltender interference. And I thought to myself, this will get turned back because there is no God. God does not love us. If he does love us,
I know.
it is an
like,
old...
We're asking Toronto?
Yeah. It is Old Testament God. That is the hockey gods. They are cruel and menacing. However, it was ruled not as goaltender interference. I understand both sides to this. What was going on is that Campbell was sprawled out, like literally outside of the crease, just with how crazy that particular play was. And I think the thought was that Toffoli had his stick against Campbell. I thought he was making a play for the puck, but it squirts out towards Perry, and Perry. Yeah, and Perry had the insight to go backhand. Well, did he? Was it just forehand? I think he just, backhand forehand, reset, and then just pop it in. Hit the camera square on the lens, and the camera was like, oh no, not
so
me.
good.
So
Jesus Christ.
So that happened, and the Habs
So
go
glad
up.
we've got Corey Perry.
Habs go up 1-0 at around the 5-minute mark of the third period.
Yeah.
Sheldon Keefe makes the challenge. The challenge loses, so now the Habs get themselves another power play, and they're just rolling at this point. Poor Mitch Marner gets the puck. Doesn't have any like pressure on him whatsoever, and just roofs it into the Coors Light section. And it happens. What can you do? You're a millionaire. You're gonna make a mistake at some point and get, So it's a 5-on-3, and I thought, the Habs power play now has a chance. There's one less person on the ice,
and we have a chance.
And for a while, I thought they're gonna flub this. They cannot flub that.
No,
so
I didn't.
It was
no doubt.
It was Petrie to Weber. Didn't work. Finally, somebody had the foresight of shooting it down to Suzuki. Suzuki pushes it to the front of the net, and Tyler Toffoli gets, I think he just got like a little bit of a redirect, so just a pop. There it is, and it's 2-0 Habs in the third period. My word, ma parole, as they say. Ma parole. Mon Dieu. Also, that goal gave a secondary assist to Petrie, and that's the first point for any Habs defenseman in this series.
And then he got 2 more on the Leafs goals.
Yes, he did, to bring the team. It was just, but once they got to 2-0, that's when things started to feel terrible. They just stayed in.
For me, I was like, damn, we're gonna be done early tonight.
No, because as soon as you saw how they were playing the game, they were crowding back. They weren't pushing the points. They couldn't get the puck out of the goddamn zone. And what happens? Turnovers. Jason Spezza gets a shot in, seemingly harmless shot until it glances off a Petrie past Price, and bam, 2-1. Less than 10 minutes to go. This is going to be an interesting last 10 minutes. Less than 5 to go. Same type of play happens. They're in their zone. Jesus, what was the play on that? It gets all.
I was watching like this.
Engvall gets the puck, swings it over to TJ Brody. TJ Brody gives it a slapper. Slapper or a wrist shot. Either way.
Did not end in IE.
No.
Yeah.
He did something earlier in the game. I can't remember which period it was, but it was near Carey. And he did something, and he like turned around and he like made this. I don't know who was looking, but he gave this nasty look, and I was like, I don't like you.
No, I don't like you either.
You give me the heebs.
Yep.
And
don't like you.
I didn't like it. And then he got the tying goal in the third period.
Yeah. He also.
Whose name ends in IE?
Brody is a.
You're trying to be cute.
Jamie.
First name.
Yeah, Chad Brody. His name should be Chad.
Chatty?
Chad Brody.
Jesse.
Or first name like
Chrissy.
Jason.
Jason-y.
Jason is not an adult's name.
My uncle's name is Jason.
Oh, sorry.
Your uncle is a child.
Doesn't listen. He is the youngest.
Jason is good for little kids. And also you can't translate Jason to Spanish, which is, for me, not a real name.
I wonder what the etymology
of
Jason is now. I'd have to look that up. So TJ Brody scores off of, again, another seemingly, Price probably got this shot. Glances off of Petrie, pass Price. Oh, look, we're tied up 2-2 with less
By
than
the way,
5
Price
minutes to go.
Was amazing tonight.
I have several things I would like to say. about
Price was
David.
very good. And then overtime started. And what we found out real quick was that the third pairing was benched for the entire overtime.
Which one is who was on the third pairing? Because they had them all.
Kulak and Gustafsson.
You're right. Gustafsson had a couple of really good layouts tonight, though.
Gustafsson was pretty good.
Yeah.
Why go with two pairings in the overtime of an elimination game of the playoffs? It worked out, I guess, but that was the second shot on net for the entire overtime. The Habs looked like they were dead in the water.
I wondered why O'Keefe kept on using Galchenyuk in the overtime.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Maybe because he did something last game. I mean, and there were several
Like,
ladies.
to help the Habs.
True. There were several ladies on Twitter, and we were discussing what coaching positions that we would like to have with the Habs in our coaching philosophy and methods that we would use, because we were tired of whatever Ducharme was doing. So we'll see how that goes.
Sorry that my green screen is a little
Okay,
bit.
I mean, I just have a Canadian flag, so it's just
You got to zoom in with your camera like
we're low.
5%.
I don't know how. You have to help me, Dave. We keep promising to do this.
Anytime. I've been free for 3 months.
Can I
Literally.
talk about Carey Price?
Yeah, so
Yes!
overtime, Kotkaniemi gets the puck, shoots it, roofs it, bam, done. Game's over. Yay! Also, to mention before we get the Price, fans at the Bell Center.
Yes!
Fans at the Bell Center.
Jessica and Christina.
Jessica,
I
Christina,
am on television.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel was there.
Yep, I saw Emmanuel as well. Thank you,
I didn't
three.
see him.
You saw him?
I did not see him.
Well, yeah.
Emmanuel?
Yeah, he looks like Phil Deneau. If you saw Philip Deneau
does.
in the stands, that
Hi,
was Emmanuel. That was Emmanuel,
But it was just really
as they
Did
say.
we see the happy hour jersey?
The Happy
Is
Hour
it in the
jersey
house?
was it wasn't on the platinum seats. It was somebody found it for us and sent it to
Oh,
us.
Jesus, really?
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta find that. Talk about Price while I look that up.
Okay, so Carey Price.
Carey Price.
So we know that Jesus
Cool
was
customer.
Jesus was God's first son.
Yes.
Carey Price is God's second son.
Jesus wept.
Maybe they're twins.
Maybe twins. Maybe twins.
Maybe twins.
So when it said that when you die and you go to heaven and you've pleased God, that God says to you, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. With you I am well pleased." Carey Price doesn't have to wait until he dies to hear that. The day he retires from the NHL is the day that he's going to hear it. God's going to come down in a Habs jersey with a Sharpie and say, "Carey Price, well done, my good and faithful servant. In you I am well pleased," and ask him to sign God's own Carey Price jersey.
For me, what I was just super reassured by all night was how cool he was.
Every single time. He'd
It was
never
just
got
cool.
angry.
Just catch it and he's not even flustered.
He
And
wasn't
even on the 2 goals that Jeff Petrie scored on him,
yes.
he was completely cool. And I had, before the series even started, I had a tweet out there that said, "Give me the underdog role, brackets, and Carey Price
Mhm.
any day of the goddamn week." And Dave, you and I were talking before the series started as well. And I was talking about how everybody was giving the series to the Leafs already. And I was like, based on what? They've now had 2 opportunities to eliminate the inferior, lowly Montreal Canadiens, quote unquote, and have not been able to do it. And where have their superstars who during the regular season did so much, even Sportsnet tonight was quoting so many stats from the regular season. I'm like, are you new? Are you new? Why do you keep talking about the regular season? Look at your boys. Look at what Connor McDavid did in the regular season. Where is he?
At
He's
home.
at his mom's house.
At the golf
Well,
course.
he's actually at that abysmal house that he lives in.
Oh,
That
yeah.
all
Bad house?
that all
It's just-
white,
it's
black,
scary.
fucking
It's like,
like
a cult leader's house.
this is where I go
why
murder
am
people
I
so I
not
can see the
surprised?
blood
It's so
better.
boring.
Why am I
Excuse
not
me?
surprised he lives in an all white house?
It's an all white house with like black furnishings.
Is it square?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
the house. I've
Yes.
seen the kitchen.
Yeah,
Horrendous.
it's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
That looks like
It looks like if hell was in Tron or something.
like,
It was terrible.
in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, like that kitchen belongs there.
Yes. It looks more
Yeah.
like of something
Right?
you'd
Like an institution.
Oh, like freaking the movie with the milk and the serial killers.
The milk and the
Stanley Kubrick.
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange, thank you.
I have not seen that one because
I couldn't get past the first scene.
Yeah, I can't.
That's
chosen never to have seen that movie.
not a recommended film unless you're going to like film school.
Yeah.
That'd be a good reason for that. Yeah. So yes, Veronica, you are correct. I had every thought in my head after game 4. Right? Yeah, after game 4, I was like, they're not there. Then all of a sudden they came up. The thing is that now it's a completely different outlook on the playoffs because the Habs finally won a game at home in the playoffs for the first time in over 4 years. Kotkaniemi meme 4. That's how many years it took for him to win it. Now, doors wide open. Habs have won more games over in Toronto, which is to say whatever. Because now the Maple Leafs are facing elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that game 7 is going to be horrific.
Yes, and it's
Crazy.
There's like, we can't overstate how this supposed, like, I put out my list again tonight about everybody who said Leafs in 5, Leafs in 6, whatever. It's just like,
now it's only Eric Engels.
exactly. Oh yes, that's right. It's only Eric Engels. Hi Eric.
Friend of the podcast. We are the Glee Club.
You seem to think that it has, like I told you the other night, Dave, I said the Leafs show up to play hockey. The Habs are at war. It's like, don't come to play a hockey game because this is war. And obviously the Habs outplayed them and were dominating through the first 2 periods, and the Leafs managed to find a way to tie the game. But when you're in 2 elimination games, in 2 scenarios where you can eliminate the inferior opposition, where if you listen to all of the Leafs fans who are not going to be watching tonight, they're not going to be watching this episode tonight.
Probably not. I have
gone down a couple. Well,
Yeah, I know. Like,
I'm writing a dissertation on the
irrelevant
side.
podcast.
Yeah, I'm writing a dissertation on the side about that. I have the numbers. Yeah. I have them all.
You're crazy. So, what was I saying? Yeah.
Inferior Habs.
If the Leafs are not able to put it away against such inferior opposition, maybe you should examine yourselves.
They will not.
I don't want to get all cocky, but it was 3-1.
It's the worst lead in
3-1.
hockey.
You had a chance to put it away on your home ice.
I hope the Leafs fans who spent $2,000 on tickets enjoyed the game. Evergreen tweet Kanadzian in the 6.
Oh my God. And overnight, unless they drive back tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, if the border was open, I would have been there tonight.
Those jerseys in the stands.
Yeah. Well.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. Tony X. What a God-given man to hockey he
What did
is.
he say?
He before the game, a couple of Leafs were strolling down at 1909 Boulevard, right in front of the Bell Center. They're getting booed left and right, of course, as is customary. One of these guys' jerseys was tucked into his pants, and he had the collar out.
No,
not like popped, but he had the collar out. And Sportsnet interviewed him. And it's just,
of course they did.
What the hell are you thinking, bud? You don't tuck a jersey in. Anyway, I'm sure he had a great time tonight.
Do you know that when my when I had like my marriage had recently ended, Max was about 4 or 5.
Okay.
He's like, are you ever going to date anybody? And I was like, when am I going to date anybody? I'm raising 2 kids and I've got a full-time job.
Right.
And Max said, I just don't want you to date anybody who tucks their shirt in.
So I guess that
Because
guy's
that's
out.
too old. Yeah. But like, who tucks their shirt in?
My
I don't
little-
want to make anybody feel bad, but
That's okay. No, my little cousin.
Hey, you're
that
tucking
I-
dress shirts.
well, dress shirts,
Yeah, but not like a t-shirt.
not like a shirt.
Yeah, not like a t-shirt.
My little cousin
Yeah.
that I told you guys about, his birthday party
Yes!
yesterday, and he turned 11. But he's like a little old man because his favorite food is split pea soup. He's obsessed with cats, and magnets, and he
Naturally.
tucks his shirts in all the time. It doesn't matter what shirt he's wearing. He always has to tuck it in.
Oh
Does
my
he
goodness.
Likes it better that way.
Does he also wear suspenders?
No, no, he doesn't.
Does he wear a fedora?
Does he?
He's not a big hat guy.
Does he
actually.
pack
he
a
has wire rim glasses.
Oh my God. I want to see pictures of this
So
kid.
cute. I'll find a picture for you.
This kid
Okay.
sounds like a
He's so
champion.
cute.
Yeah.
I love him.
Very confident.
Yes.
He's a very
Good for him.
confident kid, yeah.
Not
for him.
as
Good
confident
parenting.
as the
As-
guy that
That's
got
that guy with
booed
his
in
jersey.
Mario. Yeah, so going back to game 7. So so some things. Here we go now.
Here we go.
Oh, a major thing in the series right now is that Jake Muzzin was out for the
Oh,
rest of
yeah.
that game. That's
Right.
big for the Leafs in particular. Muzzin, I'm not going to say he's the Weber of the Leafs, but he's like their physical dude is all I'm trying to say. Like, if there's someone you want to put out on like a penalty kill, it's going to be Jake Muzzin. It's going to be somebody you want to put up against.
Weber was great tonight, might I
Oh,
say?
yes. Weber was
He
good.
played over 30
He
minutes.
was on.
Weber did not deflect any goals past Price.
No.
Yeah. So there's that.
That's
But
pretty good.
He still was on the second pairing. Sorry.
right.
So called. Let's look at the times. Ice time.
Oh yeah. Let me
And
let
then
me
we'll
see.
see.
Oh well, freaking now with overtime, they had a much longer overtime this time around.
Yeah, Weber was on like the whole time, it seemed like.
37 minutes for Weber. He leads.
Fuck off.
Here's the problem though. The third pairing, Gustafsson and Kulak, 6:39 and 6:13 for the entire game.
No.
That's ridiculous.
What?
That is absolutely atrocious. That cannot happen. Gustafsson was
Anybody
Gustafsson at
wants-
least had 2 minutes of power play time. Go ahead.
if anybody wants to continue to tell me that Shea Weber is not a warrior, never mind. Ben Sherratt was a fucking animal tonight.
He was on it.
Every time I looked at him, it was awesome.
Second most ice time for Sherratt, 35-22, followed closely by Petrie's 34-51. And then Edmondson was 28-38. So that's, they were using 3D, essentially. But yeah, you got to use that third pairing a bit more. I wonder, but I get it. They got
Elimination game, overtime.
2 periods. I mean, if they want to have some juice left for that game 7, which is gonna be it's
Everybody sleep all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
yes, please.
Optional tomorrow.
Optional skate. Yes, for sure.
But there's also just the adrenaline and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna have a lot of
Wow.
rest.
That's interesting. So one of the lineup changes for the Habs tonight was that Tatar was out. And I
Yep.
finally
fair.
understood why. Watching the game before, watching game 5 2 nights ago. I got it. I finally understood it. Okay, Tatar's not our playoff guy. Jake Evans takes his place in the Deneau line. So it's Evans, Deneau, and Gallagher. A lot of people thought, well, why do you have Stahl in? Well, Stahl Perry Armia scored
is really
2
smart, yeah.
goals freaking the other night. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
came so close tonight
he
too.
did. So times for the forwards. Deneau leads 23-54, followed closely by Evans, 23-05. Then Suzuki with 21-50, and where's Caulfield? Caulfield 18-25. He was not the lowest though. The lowest was Eric Stahl, 1049. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Well, he made his time count.
Made his time count.
One more thing that I want to say about Carey Price.
Crap, I forgot to tweet something.
About
Go
whom?
for it. Go ahead.
Carey Price.
Yes.
I really hope that people will finally shut the fuck up about how much Carey Price gets paid.
No,
I
that'll
don't know
never happen.
why we're still talking about it.
Next time he lets in a goal,
Like,
we'll bring it up.
God forbid a goal. Like, God forbid somebody's not perfect at their job. Like, do you get a redundancy every time you mess up at your job? Just because you only make $50,000 a year doesn't mean that this other person who has made investments of time and energy and their physical whole body and has made their way into the halls of greatness in a sport, just because if they mess up doing their job doesn't mean that they deserve less pay. Like, capitalism and whatever professional athletes get paid are is a whole different story. But Carey Price is called the best goalie in the world by many players on many teams for a reason.
People who don't understand the value of Carey Price can never understand the value of Carey Price.
And
Period. The end. The people who don't understand the kind of goalie that Carey Price is will never. And they're only out there to pile on whenever they get a chance, because it's a bit of a sport for them too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to Tony Marinaro.
Tony?
Yeah. Not on purpose. He was
Sure.
on the intermission between third period and overtime. And so Sean Campbell was asking everybody for their predictions, who's going to score. And Campbell was like Gallagher, and Gallo was like Caulfield. No, I don't remember if Gallo said Caulfield, but no, Dan Robertson said Caulfield. And they asked Tony Marinaro, and he said Austin Matthews, because that's where his brain goes.
Did
and
Mitch
all of his
Melnick.
Listeners, so go all of his listeners as well. Right?
Mhm.
So, like, the people who like to look at any opportunity to shit on Carey Price because he might let in a goal, and particularly in the regular season when it doesn't even matter, they're always looking to criticize. So the people who don't understand the value of Carey Price will never. I've had a lot of wine. Sorry.
That's okay. Speaking of Austin Matthews,
Not a lot. But
I don't want to spend a whole ton of time on him, but there were two things I wanted to say. I had a tweet tonight that kind of went off a little bit, and it was just like they kept showing shots of Austin Matthews all the time. And I tweeted that he was getting more airtime than some of his teammates were getting ice time.
That's fair.
Which went over a lot better than I expected it to. Then I don't know if it was, I heard that it was either him or Mitch Marner. Somebody did a cartwheel in front of Carey Price, I think during the second period. There was like a bit of a scrum in front of the goal.
I don't think it was
I
Matthews.
think it was during the second, but
Might have been Marner.
They hit a leaf and they just did a cartwheel over the ice and then just kind of skated off.
Yeah, I have a memory of that. Yeah,
that was very. I was surprised that didn't somehow get like an interference on the Habs or something. It was let go.
Yeah, interference isn't called in the playoffs.
No, I saw a couple of instances tonight.
That was the initial call on Nylander when he first entered the penalty box, and then he just continued to serve a penalty after the delay of game that was called on the Leafs for challenging the goal. But I don't know.
I gotta look that up. I don't have the game log in front of me. That's the one thing about the NHL that really sucks, is that good luck finding a game log that isn't like just such a disaster.
Really it's a disaster. And when you like the things that you want to see on replay are never on replay. They're showing us Nylander's modeling shots
Yeah, I don't.
or fucking Austin Matthews' reaction, like spitting or licking his lips or whatever it is on the bench. Like, what, why?
Like I'm looking for the penalty right now, and it doesn't even have Corey Perry's goal on the game log. Whatever.
Ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Wait, unless it's at 14. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I understand. So they give the time in the time elapsed, but then the game log is what we see like
backwards.
on TV. Jesus fucking Christ.
I know.
All right, anyway. Oh, interference against Carey Price. Goalie interference, that's way different. Like, open ice interference, though, that's what it was. Yeah, bam. So William Nylander runs into Carey Price. Not badly. I think he actually, like, skated backwards into him, come to think of it. And that gets called. And then Habs the power play, and there you go. Then, got 2-0. Then the Leafs tied it up, and then, we watched a horrifying overtime until Kotkaniemi said, "I shall guide you into the light," and he won it for us. And it's going to be Game 7 back in Toronto.
On Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day, America. And I think we're getting down to closing thoughts.
Corey Perry.
Corey Perry.
Corey Perry pulled a Brendan Gallagher, but then came back. And our friends over at the Locked On Canadians podcast.
Yes.
Scott and Laura, hello.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Laura.
That's a lot, and we never mentioned them, but hello, we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
But they tweeted, it was like Corey Perry is the master of going off the ice and down the tunnel and then coming back before anyone notices and starts to worry.
He's sneaky.
He's so sneaky.
He's
the worm.
But I saw,
He's the worm.
I heard them say like, he is the worm. I heard them say like, oh no, Corey Perry's hand, he's injured. And I was like, no, we need hands. And then he came back and it was fine. But yeah. Gotta love, I can proudly say that I love Corey Perry.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not,
I love you, Corey Perry.
I am not at all offended about saying that. Thought about Corey Perry. He has not seen his family since he was traded to the Habs.
Yep.
Because of quarantine and whatnot. So hopefully that gets to change very soon.
Member.
Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of stuff changing soon, for the second round.
Yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not jinxing anything. I'm not talking about Corey Perry.
Oh, you're just saying in general.
In general, there's going to be like maybe border sort of changes in the rules for the second round.
Good God damn it.
I saw Pierre LeBrun tweeting about it.
Pierre's so smart.
Yeah.
All right, final thoughts, Veronica.
I love Corey Perry. I love Carey Price. I love Shea Weber. I love Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Tyler Toffoli. And Ben
finally
Sherratt.
Scored.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
I love them all, and they deserve this win. They deserve this win. And I hate the Leafs and the Leafs fans who wasted all their money to go there tonight. Thanks for
funding Molson for us, because I certainly am not. Let's see. I'm let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's
That's
get
it.
it.
That's all.
Game 7.
That's all I care about.
Let's get it. This is what it's about.
I may be late because I was invited by all of my hockey friends to a house party to watch it. Because the first text I got on my phone was from the Rejects group chat that said,
awesome.
Fuck the Leafs. And yup, there it is.
Fuck the Leafs.
So there we are. So that's it. Thank you for watching. And we'll have a post game at some point Monday.
No thoughts, Beth?
Corey Perry.
Oh, okay. Corey Perry.
Settle down on the wine, Veronica.
Sorry, I'll have more wine.
It's okay, we gotta go. Bye. 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 Go Habs. Go.
Game 7.